Johnny's in America, low text at the wheel. No one needs anyone, they don't even just pretend. Johnny's in America. Well, I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. Yeah, I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. Yeah, I'm afraid of Americans. Johnny wants a thing. Johnny wants to suck on the coke. Johnny wants a woman. Johnny wants to think of a joke. Johnny's in America. Johnny's in America. Hey! Yeah, I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. Yeah, I'm afraid of America. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. Yeah, I'm afraid of Americans. Johnny's in America. Johnny looks up at the stars. Johnny wants his hair. Johnny wants pussy and cars. Johnny's an American. Hey! Johnny's in America. Well, I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. Yeah, I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. Yeah, I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. Yeah, I'm afraid of Americans. Yo, 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 yo.
Hello, friends.
God is an American.
Yo, what the fuck is up? Portland, Kansas City, Hawaii, Las Vegas, Miami, New York, Antarctica, wherever the heck you are at. Holla at your boy. It's a great day to be alive. And I know you say this, Jessie, how can you say it's a great day to be alive? Because there's a lot of people who aren't alive today who wish they were. You know what, though? I probably am speaking. There is probably a lot of people who do wish they were alive. But I'll tell you this. I've done enough DMT to know that it's beautiful where I'm going. Some of y'all might be going to a terrible place written in dark poetry. But me, I just did a bunch of DMT the other day, and I watched my mortal soul disappear into the ether. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm cool, man. Wow. Okay. Oh man. Sorry you guys. Um, wow. Okay. So now let me figure out how to let me figure out how to okay, so I just lost the internet on my Wi-Fi, but the internet is working on other stuff, so I'm not sure what just happened. But I just picked it up, and so now I'm streaming from my phone, so it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a tiny bit different, but I still think we're going to be all right. I think we're going to survive. I don't know how to do it on my phone though. Good morning, everybody. Though I guess I can still talk about everything I want to talk about. Just I can't pull up all the fancy shit. Wait till Monday, though. Wait till Monday. It's gonna be super crazy. You're not even gonna know. You're not even gonna recognize the show. Is what I mean. You're not even gonna know who I am. You're gonna be like, what the heck happened? I'm gonna have so many cameras, so much dope shit, so much coolness going on. You're not even gonna know who I am. So we're gonna try again to bring it up from the. We're gonna try to bring it up from the laptop again. It says it's connected. It says it's secured, but can we trust it? I do not trust the robot overlords. Damn, that sucks too, because it was cracking. We had a lot of enthusiasm from it. That's cool. I got a lot to talk about today. Um, masks. You got your mask? I just took mine off. You know what I did last night? Is I just finally washed it. So this is what you really need is one of these. Actually, specifically, you need this exact one. This shit is hard, but it's also dirty. There's like just grossness on it. So I went to DJ Wheels' house last night and I was like, bro, can I at least just run this under some hot water? Because it was gross. I've been rocking it. Trust me, this mask was more dangerous to my personal health than the coronavirus was and is. Man, yesterday a friend told me that her grandma just died from the coronavirus. And I saw on my Facebook two other people had family members that died from the coronavirus. Then right underneath that, there was a post from somebody saying, I don't believe in the coronavirus. I know you're thinking coffee and Bonghits and energy drinks, Jesse. Isn't that a little crazy? It is, but the coffee's for my soul. The energy drink is for my rapid eye movement. And the bong is for my heart. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Normally, right now would be the time that I tell you that my incredible shirt is brought to you by Stand Up and Fight Back Clothing, modern streetwear for the working class person in 2020. It's so crazy. Who didn't think? Like, who didn't think that in 2020 we were going to be on some global pandemic shit, man? If you would have told me in 1990, if you would have told me in 2000, whatever, I'd have been like, Oracle, tell me, what's it going to be like in 2020? She would have said, she would have been like, you don't even want to know. Just get out of my house. Just go. Get. Uh, so I think this is a better camera, anyways, than what we were messing with using the laptop. And this is what the camera is going to look like in the future as we move to all HD everything's. Like the computer only wants to operate at 720, so that kills me. So we got to figure out like the other ways to make shit work. And I got to figure out how I can invite a guest. So Diction's supposed to be on the show, but I'm not sure. So, anyways, if the Oracle would have told me it's 2020, there's going to be a global pandemic, everybody's going to have to wear masks in the stores, your friends are going to go out every night to fight the police, I'm like, yeah, yeah, and like none of this would have surprised me. And she would have been like, and you're going to have the dopest talk show in the country, and nobody doing this. And nobody doing this. Like, forget, like, forget the small snafus that I'm experiencing because of my lack of technical prowess. But really, dude, you ain't getting this perspective from nowhere else. Nowhere else is somebody gonna break down um, your life in regards to a old weed deal. Or nobody else is gonna explain to you what it's like to be a rapper that ran for office. Or nobody else is gonna be able to explain to you what it's like to shut down a bridge or whatever the fuck else I do. What's Joe Rogan gonna do? They gave Joe Rogan $100 million. Joe Rogan couldn't even punch me if I put my hand on his forehead. Get out of here, Joe Rogan. We all do DMT. That doesn't make you special. What? They give Joe Rogan $100 million. How much you think they're about to pay us? How much you think they're about to pay? I don't have the other camera hooked up. I just got the one angle. Wait till we rocking the multiple dangle angles. How much you think they're gonna pay us for this perspective? Right in the fucking middle of Portland, Oregon, with the dopest friends and family, all these rappers. You know who Joe Rogan kicks it with? Other UFC dudes. You know what other UFC dudes do? Get punched in the fucking face for fun. What's your problem, man? Why you do that shit? So here's the part I wouldn't believe, man. I wouldn't believe that in 2020 we were really gonna see any sort of sincere police reform. And let me tell you this, I'm as jaded as anybody, man. I'm a super, super jaded person. I've been to a lot of protests. I've been to a lot of protests specifically for the value of Black lives. I've been to a lot of protests specifically for the value of, for the sake of initiating legislative reform that would enact police reform. I literally put my neck on the line and got it snapped like a branch. I spent 2.5 months in a fucking neck brace because I so strongly believe in police reform. But I don't think that I don't think that the average politician believes in police reform as much as a rapper turned politician believes in police reform, right? Like, I'm not a politician, man. I speak that language. I can somewhat be a fly on the wall. I look dope in a suit. I got usually a clean haircut. I can mingle with the legislators, the lawmakers, the thinking people that work to the thinking people that work to uh control you, right? The lawgivers. So I can bump elbows with that, but you know, my heart is obviously right here in the streets with the people setting dumpster fires. Now I'm not setting dumpster fires, but my heart is with the people who set dumpster fires. So I say all that to say all this. I'm a cynical person, and I spent the evening with DJ Wheels last night, and he was more cynical than I am, which put me in a devil's advocate position to argue that, you know what, police reform really is happening on a national scale. I was like, show me some evidence, because Wheels is a boomer. If you guys don't know, Wheels is the world's youngest boomer. So he was like, show me some evidence. And so I started Googling shit. And I started Googling police leaving, and I started Googling, and I was like, let's look a little closer. Let's look a little closer and see if we can draw a direct line between these protests and police reform. And then I Google Portland, Oregon. It's going to be a tough one for me to get out because I couldn't say it last night without crying. Last night I Googled Portland, Oregon to look for examples of police reform, and I was reminded that just a couple weeks ago it was decided by the city council that they would no longer have police in our schools. And I tell you this, man, being someone who's marched with Teresa Rayford, lots, lots. As someone who's interviewed Teresa Rayford, lots on my stage, on my couch. For most of the world, they know that Teresa Rayford, besides being the leader of Don't Shoot PDX, Teresa is also a friend of mine and a favorite target of my interviews and my questions because she always has the good answers and she doesn't sugarcoat it. And getting those police officers removed from our schools, nothing else. If nothing else happens, getting those police removed from our schools is huge. The article also said they're going to be removing them from TriMet. Said they're going to disband the gang unit. Now, one could argue that Jessie, isn't this really a result of Joanne Hardesty being elected with her history of being a police reform specialist with Consult Hardesty and her husband, Dave, who's my guy. Shout out to Dave Hardesty. Anyway, so what is going on? So, man, I had so much cool shit planned. Why do I always run into snafus, man? Look, I run into so many problems that literally I call them snafus, man. Yeah, it just does not want to let me on the internet right now. I don't understand what's going on. I got the auto connect up, and I'm on this new phone. I couldn't, when I started panicking, I couldn't find the hotspot to see if that would make any difference. But it shouldn't, because the TVs are running off the Wi-Fi, and my second camera is running off the Wi-Fi. So I don't understand why my laptop isn't picking up the Wi-Fi. But it's always something, no matter what. Always, 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 always something. No matter what I try to do, no matter what technological innovation, it is always something. You got to upload this. You need this driver. You need this software. Put a piece of construction paper in the corner of the room. Thanks for that one, Phil. I don't even know what that means. Hold on. Look, whoa, it just hooked up. Boom, I'm in. Okay, let me see if I can get back into the regular broadcast studio now. Holy shit, we're in. Can we do all the things again? Let's see. Boom, enter broadcast studio. Will this stay as my camera? We're going to figure it out. Enter broadcast studio. So, no, it kept this cam. Wow. Okay, so then what is this one gonna be? Come on, boom. I got, hold on, we're learning. See, here's the thing, man. Nobody does the shit that I do. Nobody. That's why we're gonna get that Joe Rogan money. Because nobody does what we do. Well, this is dope. Okay. Well, we got the bomb cam set up. Let's just take a bomb hit, all right? And then we'll continue our story about police reform and how DJ Wheels is a 40-year-old boomer. Okay, hold on. Are we freezing? Okay, so that's something that we're going to have to be conscious of. I never freeze up. This ain't good. This isn't good. Oh man. Plus now I got this shit in the middle of my pocket. It's supposed to be my Zen moment. That ain't no good. Okay. Is the echo still there or is the echo gone? Somebody tell me echo gone if the echo's gone. Um, man, my hair looks bad today. um, so it's like freezing on. It's freezing on my. Oh, let me just finish this. All right. So check this out, you guys. Um, Echo gone, but I'm frozen again. Okay. Um, let's see if I can move that. Exit solo layout. Go back. It's always something, but that's cool. That's cool because I'm in uncharted territory. Uh, people just don't do what I do, and I don't do shit that other people do. Like if somebody else can do it, then I'm like, all right, let that other person do it, and I'll support it. I'm a big supporter, man. I'm a big co-signer. I'm a big high fiver, but also, like, I want to do new shit. I want to do new shit. Okay. Man, Jess, you know better than anybody, Jess and Ryan and Spark. I. You know what they said about George Lucas? That a lot of the technology that was involved in Star Wars had to be invented for that dude to make that movie. I don't know if that's true or not, but I always think about that. So I got this new software, and it's not complicated, but you can do a lot of stuff with it, right? And I was like, damn, my learning curve is going to be hard. And so I joined a bunch of groups about it. And then I realized by going through all these groups, nobody's doing what we're doing, yo. Nobody. I don't just mean subject matter. I don't just mean credibility. I don't just mean ability to translate your thoughts into words, right? And to articulate what you're trying to express in a decent fashion with a cool vernacular. I mean, like none of what we're doing technological. We're hosting it live in a weed place. But remember, we used to do this with Fight Church Television. People are like, "You're gonna do what? You're gonna have a Johnny Carson style, a late night talk show?" Well, what's with the captions? Tell me, Aaron. Tell me, Aaron Luis, Petty John. Why do you have three names and an adjective? Yeah, so when we did the Fight Church television show, man, we used to have to, man, we literally had to learn stuff. I was just talking with Wheels last night. We were reminiscing when we first got whatever software, went with the Black Magic capture device, but nobody was hardly using that, right? So we got that Black Magic capture device, and then we got that big old clunky, man. Rick Miller bought us that shit, that big old clunky ass $1,000 switcher with the real manuals. And we went and plugged in all these crazy random video cameras that we assembled, and we got LK's old set from Jess. Man, hey, we're doing the same thing. I don't even know. You know what this is? This is a Galaxy S7. You know what this is going to do? This is going to turn into a video camera for me. You know what this is over there? I can't reach it. It's another Galaxy S7. You know what's on the way in the mail? Another Galaxy S7. And I'm going to have these things everywhere. And when I show up in your spot, I'm going to have one up under the urinal for the ball cam, one up over the top for the bong hit cam. We're gonna have all the cams, bruh. All the cams. They ain't even gonna be able to touch what we do. These people are still in these groups of 10,000 people trying to figure out cameras. Like it's 2018. We're doing great, Jess. You're doing great. Can you just stop and hug yourself for a minute? Can you just stop? Can you just stop running for 1 second? Can you eat? That wouldn't kill you. Go get some nutritious, healthy snacks. Stop just eating candy, drinking freaking rock stars. Bro, we're doing shit. You know what, God? It's just part of the goal. Like this right here, all this, the website, all this is just water for the garden. This is just how we're going to facilitate all the other shit, like the micro grants for good idea people and the the other talk shows when we can give other people shows. And when we, because remember, it's 2020. People are still trying to book shows, quarantine, coronavirus fucking shows. People are still up in there talking about, well, it says we can have 50 people in the building because it's not Multnomah County. And so then we're gonna have we got 16 rappers on the bill. We got 16 rappers on the bill, plus the sound man. How many is that? 16 plus one. And then how many that we can just get pre-sale tickets for the rest of it. So it'll look nothing different than it usually does. Coronavirus, quarantine, social distancing, whatever. So I just saw that I decided that I just saw that in Lincoln County, I think, which I didn't even know that was a county, but now we can tip it over. In Lincoln County, right, right, 88, feel me? All right, so if Lincoln County is Lincoln City, then we could topple it over into the ocean because Lincoln was a piece of shit. But Lincoln freed the slaves. Not really, yo. Not really. I mean, yeah, technically, but like in the most of all the possible crappy ways you can free the slaves, using war power acts over property is the worst. So they said that people of color don't have to wear masks. Which is so weird and problematic and so Oregon. You know, Oregon tries so hard not to be racist because Oregon's super racist. Oregon's not racist. Yeah, Oregon's racist. It's crazy. If you go to like Texas or Florida or Kansas City, Missouri, or California, you go into a spot and it's just people of all colors. You go to Portland, the white people hang out in the white spot with like a couple black people. Black people hang out in the black spot with a couple white people. I used to love driving in Houston because I used to love driving in Houston because You never knew who was in the car next to you. It could be any kind of color, any kind of thing on their head, um, man, woman, mask on, just different crazy shit. You drive in Portland, all you see is the exact same kind of person picking their nose, man. Just a white person with their finger in their nose in traffic, looking at it, then the finger just disappears. A minute later, they looking around, they just chewing their nails. Like they got a figure in their brain. Nobody stared at me possibly for that fucking long. I had to be able to just, if I make the go to. Oh, dude, Michigan, I bet they're super racist in Michigan too. They're super racist everywhere. But look, Portland doesn't even mean to be racist really anymore. Like in the old days, Portland meant to be racist. Nowadays, Portland's just racist in the weirdest way, man. They're racist in like the way where they put their hands over black people's ears and go, "He's right here listening." Do you know what I mean by that? Here, let me show you. He's right here listening. How was that double cam? Y'all just started to pull that when I did you. I know you did not expect that. Um, Check this out. I'm gonna try to do some shit real quick. Okay, so I think it's the bottom of the hour. But the last point I want to make is in Portland, they don't understand like you can't just make something. Not just Portland, Oregon. You can't just make a rule like that trying to help. Does that make sense? Like Portland is a place where if somebody gets called racist, they're like, "That was racist." They say, "I'm not racist. Let me prove it. We're gonna go adopt 5 black kids." It's the place where people are like, "I hate the president." Then you're like, "Well, it's people like you that help the president get elected." And then they're like, "Oh yeah." And the next thing you know, they're like, "I hate the president so much that I'm wearing a pussy hat." Okay, hey, we're gonna do something real quick. Let's at the bottom of the hour. This is what's supposed to happen. At the bottom of the hour, I'm supposed to run a commercial, and then I'm supposed to come back with the news. But I don't have the commercials, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pop this up. There you go. Let's say we'll start soon. Then I'm gonna go to the share screen. I'm gonna go to the share screen. Remember, I have to share the audio every time. I'm going to go to Google News from me, and then I should be able to go back to here. Imagine that the commercial is now over, and then I take the overlay off. I switch it to this angle, and I said, "Hey guys, and now it's time for the effing news." And then I just go through the news, but you can't. I have to wear my glasses when I'm going through the news, right? So you can't. Um, I gotta make sure that I don't have a goofy looking face though. A lot of times when I read the news, I just go. I don't want to do that, dude. Um, so what I would need to do is now go here, right? Then push Control plus. Whoa. Okay. And then I will go back to this. That should be big. Oh man, this might work. Okay. Then we'll go like this. All right. Okay, remember, this is, as I see here at the top of the screen, it says for you. based on your interests, right? So what that means to me is that it's cool shit because I aggregate my news. You should do that too. Like if Google shows you an article that you don't give a shit about, click on the little three dots to the right or whatever, and vote that shit down. And just keep voting down crappy shit, and then eventually they'll stop giving you crappy shit. And then you can be like, hey, guess what? No more crappy shit in my life. You don't have to do that just with. Let's scoot over. Sorry. You don't have to do that just with the internet or just with Google. You can do that with your life. You can just keep thumbs down people in situations that don't meet your vibrations. Be like, man, eventually just fuck up. Okay, so let's see what this looks like as I just run through the news. I'm gonna do it quick. I'm gonna try not to stay on any one point, right? So it is the news. GOP gas and Trump's polls sink amidst divisive racial rhetoric. It's been a bad couple of weeks. You think? You think? Here's the thing, man, about this real quick. I'm gonna tell you. They don't care. Polls, polls. Does anybody really think one, Joe Biden can live long enough to make it to the election? Two, does anybody think if Joe Biden does live long enough to make it to the election, he's literally not going to put his foot in his mouth so freaking hard? Three, does anybody think that the crappy Democrats are purposely going to mess this up because they like to be the victim? And four, we're not going to have an election. The Mueller report already showed us that what they're sitting on is enough to put that whole family in prison for the rest of their lives in a giant stack of bunk beds. And that's why William Barr just got the president to fire the man that was the head of those probes. Yo, there's lines directly drawing Donald Trump to Rudy Giuliani to Lev Parnas to Ukraine to the Kremlin to Putin. There's direct lines drawn. Even Pence will go to prison over what they did with the inauguration money for the big inauguration ball, all those donations. They just kept that shit. Okay, moving right along. Like I said, I was going through, I'm not good at it. Fire Wilmington Cap. We are just going to go out and start slaughtering them. I can't wait. God, I can't wait. Look, it said free read. Thanks for that hookup giving us the free read. Not too particularly interested in the free read from the Port City Daily. I get it. These cops were immediately fired, but I would encourage you to go a little deeper and read that story. Kentucky U.S. Senate primary election results. Yeah, we're going to skip that one. The three most populous states are breaking coronavirus records, leading to fears of apocalyptic surges. Let me show you what that looks like. That right there is Florida, Texas, and California in the Death Olympics. So it's like a race to see who can get the most coronavirus cases. First, I believe it was Arizona, and then they got leapfrogged. They're not even in the top three anymore. This is like the NCAA tournament rankings. You guys can find that information on your own. It's a protest face mask. Arizona City Councilman uses George Floyd's words, "I can't breathe." That makes you a fucking piece of shit. I don't have anything else to say about that. Ahmaud Arbery shooting. Suspects indicted on murder charges. This is a crazy story, man. The dude that's going to prison is the one that videotaped it. He videotaped it and leaked it. And then him and his attorney went on Chris Cuomo's show, and his attorney was like, "Look at him, Chris Cuomo. He's not the smartest man. He doesn't have an education. He works as a mechanic." And Chris Cuomo was like, "Why is his intelligence not at all?" And I'm like, "I'm just telling you, he's dumb." Chris Cuomo was like, "Well, it looked like he showed up wanting to start trouble." And then that guy's attorney said, "Look at him. Look how small the community is. There is an echo somewhere. Damn it. Okay. Hold on. Oh no. That won't work. I can't just use that solution. Let me see something. Let me see something. Um, Sorry, guys. You know I'm done. Um, I don't know, man. We might just have to ride that out. I'm not sure. Because here's the thing: I can't just plug in a headphone jack to eliminate the. I don't think there's a headphone jack on this phone. I think this thing uses the. Yeah, this thing uses the USB. I'm sorry, I probably just made you guys sick. Oh, I'm sorry. Super sorry. Yeah, I guess. I don't know how that's going to work. Okay, anyways. So then I think if I talk a little lower, I won't have as much echo, and you guys can make up for that volume on your side. There's still going to be a little bit of reverb, but I think as long as I don't get too excited, we should be okay. Anyways, so the dude says, the dude's lawyer says, look at him, he doesn't want trouble. He's a small man. And I'm thinking, bro, I hope you're not paying this attorney to go on CNN and talk all this shit about you. Okay, so what's the next story? Black Lives Matter leader states if U.S. doesn't give us what we want, then we will burn down the system. Oh my God. We're just going to keep pushing on that. Oh, shit. The new Avenger movie will pick. Come on, man. See, I can't even use the little scroll thing. Like, Marvel's Avengers will pit the superheroes against Modoc. If we open this up, will it play? Nope, it's switching. Ah, man. So I can switch to another window. So that's what I don't like. This doesn't chase the windows. I got to figure out how to make it chase the windows. I will do that. I promise. I think I know how to do it. I think I just got to figure it out because the answer is not any of those stupid groups because we are too cutting edge for those stupid groups and they ain't doing what we doing because nobody in the world is doing what we're doing. Look, it still thinks I live in Kansas City, specifically Grandview. So Google always wants to give me news. Four more Kansas City area restaurants closed for good. A couple noting the uncertainty of the pandemic. Oh, speaking of which, yo, what about the montage? What about the montage, man? Where else in the city are you going to get leftovers that look like a swan? What? Hold on. Gotta do something. Boom, 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 boom. News News Ho. That's what we got right now. Um, you know what? That's not cool, man. Let me just make one that it just says. Let me just make one that's type news. Hold on. News. My news. Not your news. Okay, that's what it say. My news on your news. Because that's what this is. Y'all get stupid news. I see what you guys show on the internet. That shit is dumb as fuck. Okay, so let's go back to what we were talking. Nobody cares though. More Kansas City news. Come on, nobody wants this shit. Um, Bag grocery store style is more than 100 in 7 states. That's a terrible story. So the Washington Post is on fire. Maybe Wisconsin governor activates National Guard after a night of violence. Two statues toppled. That's fucked up too, so we're not gonna go to that. What is going on? Crazy. So look, I'll get better at this. Let me fix this. Think the extra 600 unemployment benefits will last till the end of his life and again. You know what? This is a mess. I will fix this. What's the good news? Um, fully 30 blackface episodes worth of meaningless. Here's the news. I'm just going to scroll it past you guys really fast. White House ordered NIH to cancel coronavirus research funding. Whoa, biracial woman set on fire while waiting Madison stoplight. I couldn't even check that out. Minneapolis neighborhood rapid check is privileged. It's already being tested. That's dumb. Why am I getting this crazy news? Florida man allegedly stole, crashed, and abandoned a $1 million yacht. Okay, that's my style news. So I'd like to go into that, but I'm not going to. This should be called This the Headlines, Sons of Bitches. Okay. I'm done doing that. That's just super boring to me right now. So let's go back to this. And check this out. I'm just gonna call it. We're gonna call it Short Shot Show today. I had an interview with Diction, but we can just push him back till tomorrow. We're gonna have a super show tomorrow, but I'd really rather get started. Um, I'd really rather get started just doing some dope shit. Try to fix this echo. Maybe see if I can get Phil in here to help me today. By the way, if you're out and about and want to support local business, uh, you really should. Go to Thai Tampa and oops, I was wrong. Let's do it right here. So go to Thai Tampa. It's located behind Union Jacks, right off the one side. Man, I can't even type right. Come on. Edit. Thai Tampa is number one. This is what I'm trying to write. Thai Champa is number one. There. Shit. So go to Thai Champa. Get some food. It's delicious. It's great. I got shit to do. I'm gonna call it a 1 hour episode today. Sorry everybody tuned in. I don't know how long episode we're gonna be now. I'm literally getting tired of talking. There's a lot to talk about, so I bet I missed everything I want to talk about. All right, I swear tomorrow is going to be the greatest episode ever. So get rid of that echo. I'll do all the things. Okay? All the things. All right. So remember, if I'm going to say 5,000 at the end of the episode, it means that somebody else is on home. So make your bag, rise and time, raises all boats, and such and such. Remember, we don't have a coronavirus at Lunch Cafe. We keep it super clean around here. Lots of lucky soul. All right, 5,000 G's. See you tomorrow.